What up, boxing fans? I've been hearing little snippets that Amir Khan might fight in March. And I'm thinking, will Amir Khan be stupid enough to fight in March and risk giving up his WBC mandatory status? Now, for the first time in a long time, Amir Khan holds all the cards in boxing right now. He's the WBC mandatory, and he has that Kell Brook option available June the 4th if he wants it. Now, if he decides to fight in March, that's going to open up a lot of can of worms. He could risk losing his WBC mandatory position in May and the Kell Brook fight. I would not be fighting in March if I was Amir Khan, unless it was an opponent with 50 to 60 losses who I was guaranteed to win against. We had another situation. I don't know if you guys know the fighter, Amir. He had a mandatory WBC status position to fight Victor Postol. He chose to fight a fighter named Granados, and he got knocked out cold in that fight. Now his career is basically over. He's starting back from scratch because he chose to bypass his mandatory position, and Don King got him in a bad fight, and he lost everything. Now, I don't want to see that happen to Amir Khan, but if these rumors are true that I'm hearing, I don't believe them though. I don't believe the rumors for a second, because I don't believe Amir Khan is stupid enough to fight in March and throw away a Danny Garcia fight in May or a potential Kell Brook fight in June. I don't believe he's that stupid. He's a smart guy. He finished college, so he's a smart guy. But if I was Amir Khan, I would not fight in March when there's a potential rematch already ordered by the WBC in May. If you fight in March, you would have to go right back in camp probably within a month to fight Danny Garcia. Now, do you really only want a month or 2-month camp for Danny Garcia, which would be the biggest fight of your career? I don't think you want to go in that fight rushing camp to fight Danny Garcia or even Kell Brook. That is going to decide your legacy. One of those two fights, whether it be the Danny Garcia fight or the Kell Brook fight. So I would not take a fight in March, man, and risk throwing away my WBC mandatory status against Danny Garcia or a potential fight with Kell Brook. Now, the other risk you take fighting in March, if you get injured, you would not be able to fight Danny Garcia in May. You would not be able to fight Kell Brook June the 4th. And another obstacle, Ramadan starts June the 6th. So if you fight in March, you would most likely not be able to fight in June, with Ramadan being June the 6th. Those are several reasons why you cannot take a fight in March. That would be very stupid of your team and Khan Promotions to allow you, and Al Heyman, to allow you to fight in March. Your best interest will be to take that Danny Garcia rematch in May. The WBC has already ordered Danny Garcia to fight you in May. Take the rematch in May. Prepare for that fight, man. You need all these months to prepare for that fight. You and Virgil Hunter should be right now studying tape of how to avoid Danny Garcia's hooks. You guys need to be studying film as we speak and working on your defense, man. You do not need to be thinking about no March fight when you got a potential huge mega fight with Danny Garcia or Kell Brook. It makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, you may want to take a tune-up, but I'm telling you, the turnaround from March to May, that's too soon. You're not going to be able to fight in March and then turn around and fight your biggest fight of your career in May. That's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. You're not leaving yourself enough rest time between fights. You can't fight in March, turn right back around and fight in May. It just ain't going to happen, especially against a guy like Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has improved immensely. The guy is an improved fighter. You do not want to go in that fight with only a month camp. It's not going to work against a guy like Danny Garcia. So you need to take this time, work on your defense, study film and tape of Danny Garcia, study how to avoid those hooks, man. I'm telling you, because he has power in those hooks. You need to work on establishing a game plan for Danny Garcia, defeating him with your reach and your jab, and working on the game plan. You need to use these months, first of all, to get the fight made. Then use this time to study Garcia and come up with a game plan to defeat Garcia. Box him smartly. Work on your defense. Avoid those hooks, man. I'm telling you. Do not take a fight in March. Do not be like Amir Imam. Do not be like Amir Imam. He lost everything because he gave up his WBC mandatory status. You're holding all the cards right now, Amir Khan. And I'm telling you, don't give that up. Don't give it up, Khan. Don't give up your mandatory WBC status by fighting in March. Now, you're a grown man. You're going to do whatever you want to do. But as a fan, I'm telling you, I'm begging you, don't give up your